Got three titles to share with us this morning. Dale, thanks for joining us once again. This is your typical Friday segment. I have to tell you, I have not heard, Dale, any of these titles so far. I think you can hear us now. We had a little bit of audio technical difficulties.
Okay,
fantastic. Okay. So Dale, welcome. Thank you for joining us. Who is Aaron Carter is the name of what we're going to be watching, and that's on Netflix.
Yep, that's obviously at the heart of the series. Who is she? And it's not hard to guess that she has a hidden past, and that past will come back to haunt her and her daughter. And this is kind of a mother-daughter story, starring an actress I was unfamiliar with. Her name is Evan Ahmad, and she is quite good. She holds your interest. Your eyes go to her in every episode. And she's smart and she's cunning, and she manages to hold her own against these forces that are amassed against her and her daughter. And so this is a good series. You know, it's involving. It's not sensational. You don't go, wow, that was really something. But it's entertaining over 7 episodes. So I'm giving it 3 popcorns.
3. Okay. We were curious when we first heard the title. Before I read it, I was thinking of Aaron Carter, the singer, and I was like, oh, maybe it's a documentary on Aaron Carter, but this is totally different.
Totally different.
Yeah.
Okay.
3 popcorns. That's pretty good for Dale.
Good
All
start.
right.
Pretty
Tell
good.
us about Telemarketers. This is streaming on Max.
Yes, well, I got to tell you, I felt I had to take a shower after watching the series.
Oh, no.
These guys are so sleazy, and they basically turn their sleazy job, which is calling people under false pretenses of police and fraternal order of police benevolence associations, and raising money that they keep. None of it goes to the police. And there's 2 guys who do this, and they end up as the makers of this documentary, as if somehow being outside the circle gives them some special access. It just reconfirms how sleazy they are. And, you know, this makes you really question sometimes, why am I investing this time while watching this series? This is only 3 episodes, but I got to tell you, it's a waste of time. These guys shed no light. I became very irritated with both of them because they don't really see how they were contributing to the problem. They think by exposing it, they absolve themselves of all these really down kind of things that they do. And I just really responded negatively to this series. I'm surprised Max even put it on the air, and I'm glad they limited it to 3 episodes.
Okay.
Oh, I'm
wow.
scared to see the popcorn review, Dale.
2 popcorns.
Ooh.
2. Okay.
Consider giving it 1.
I was going to say, when is the historic 1 going to happen? If
It'll
not this.
happen.
It's
Don't
coming.
worry.
It's
There's
coming.
enough bad stuff out there.
Okay.
Is
It'll
this
come.
something like you can relate to, because we all have experience of telemarketers, you know, calling us and getting frustrated, so you can feel kind of that sort of pain while watching?
Yes, but why would you want to inflict that on yourself? It's bad enough when they call. You don't need to watch them calling.
That is true.
This
Dale, you
is
have a great
why
point.
Dale Pollack is one of my favorite humans on the planet. Thank you, Dale. That's amazing.
All right, let's see if we can lift some spirits going into the next one. Choose Love on Netflix. Tell us more.
I'm afraid I'm not going to lift your spirits. I have a little bit of a personal connection to this film in that the writer, Josanne McGibbon, wrote one of the films that I produced, Worth Winning, with Mark Harmon and Leslie Ann Warren back in the 90s. And she is a very good screenwriter. I just think she had an unhappy assignment here. This is one of these interactive Netflix movies where it's every 10 or 15 minutes, you make a choice on what the character is going to do. And it reminds me of these kids' books, Choose Your Own Adventure, right? Right? Very similar. I don't think it works with a movie. I really don't, because the plot differences are not very great. You're not really making a big story difference by what plot point you choose. And the whole exercise became tiresome after almost 2 hours. I mean, an hour and a half. And also, and the writer is a friend, the dialogue is insipid. The performances are just mediocre. I really found no good reason to watch this film.
Okay.
You know, other than the fact that my friend wrote it, and I feel bad for her. Because my guess is they took her screenplay and really ruined it. Because she's too good of a writer to come up with a piece of junk like this series. So I don't know, maybe Netflix is having success with these interactive series.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
And I think they're kind of dumb, to be honest. And I don't believe they provide more involving watching. They just make you make these silly decisions that never really affect the plot anyways.
And
So like, why go through it?
Yeah, I feel like for the choose your own adventure kind of things, I always feel like I'm missing something.
Sure.
Like I'm out of the
Yeah,
loop in
yeah.
some way, and I want to know what the other alternative endings are. So then you end up wasting a lot of time, like clicking through. So I kind of understand where you're coming from.
Is Dale, would you
Yeah.
think that maybe this is geared toward maybe younger viewers who would be more into something like that?
I guess it's possible the protagonists are all in their 20s.
Okay.
But again, I think this evokes this thing from their childhood. Those choose your own adventure books were very, very popular. And I think that's where Netflix got the idea to try this.
Okay.
But, I kept trying to take the worst alternatives for the lead female character, and nothing changed, really. She still ends up at the end the way she ends up.
Well,
So
I
I
guess
think
it was
it's
fate.
exercise in futility.
I guess it was fate.
What popcorn rating do you have for us, Dale, really quick?
2 popcorns,
Two,
because I'm
okay.
feeling generous today.
All right.
We're waiting on that one, Dale. That day is coming. I'm not sure when, but that day is coming.
Yeah.
Yes.
Thank you, Dale. Always great to see you. And here are those titles one more time for everyone at home. Who is Aaron Carter on Netflix, Telemarketers on Max, and Choose Love on Netflix. You can always find more of Dale's reviews on his website, dalempollack.com.